this differently. Army-Navy is a lock for me. We're not going to talk about that game. Kennesaw State and Jacksonville State is a lock for me. We're not going to talk about that game. 3 through 5, we are going to discuss. We're going to go through games, and we're going to all make a case. Nino.
Can I, before we get started, sorry, I know we want to keep this on rolling. Is Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State a lock now that Kennesaw State's coach left and their big name players left? Is that a lock?
Wait, say that again?
I think.
What did you just say?
He said it's
The coach
Kennesaw State,
left
Jacksonville State.
and the bigger name players transferred out.
Yeah.
Is
Jacksonville
it a
State?
lock?
No,
Kennesaw
Kennesaw State.
Who transferred?
Their quarterback, for one, right? He's up in Syracuse.
Both of them.
Okay,
But-
you're making my point for me.
No, but it's not. It's
And
not
the
a
coach
point.
also
It's not a
left, though.
point. It's not his point. It's not a point, bro.
Let's discuss it before we get into the other ones. Is Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State a lock? Everybody gets 60 seconds to discuss it. It's not a lock for D now, I would assume.
No,
Alrighty.
it's not.
And
Yes.
majority rules. Is it a lock for you, and why?
Yes, it was. They gave us 2 great games last year. They played once in the regular season. They play again in the championship. I mean, they got a little rivalry going on right now, and it's not like the schools are that far away from each other. But Kennesaw State might make my list twice. Actually.
Whoa.
And I feel like you're saying, well, hey, they got transfers leaving. Dexter Williams left.
That's a part of it.
I mean,
That matters.
it's a huge
It's
part,
all inclusive. Yeah.
Yeah, but my thought process is, as long as Coach Mack is in the building, we straight,
You
bro.
believe.
I've seen this program up close and personal, bro. Ain't nothing slowing down.
All right.
Okay, Nino, talk to me.
Nothing slowing down.
I mean, I kind of reiterate what Moon said. I think the matchups from last year, the games they gave us, obviously the championship, conference game, and I don't think that Mac is that much of a fall off from the previous coach. Like I think he can maintain the standard that they've had for the
Good job, Nino.
I was
Say
going
with
to
your
say,
chest.
I was waiting for that
Past-
because you said not much of a fall off. But I think you can fall off.
No,
He's
that
he's
could
an
be a
upgrade.
fall off. I'm not saying 10 off the rip. I think they will be up there and contending for a top spot. And I just think that he can maintain the standard that they've had over the past couple seasons. So
It's about to heat up. Nino, I'm sorry, D now. What's the game you will replace it with? Let's talk about that.
Be smart.
Let me come back to that.
Okay,
Give me some
okay.
time to think about
So,
that.
all right, Nino, pick a game, any game. What game, other than the top 3 we've named so far, should be an automatic in this top 5? And give me your reasons why.
New Mexico and Hawaii. I think
Okay.
programs again duking out at the top of their conference.
Check your mic settings, Nino.
Hello? Oh, 1 2 1 2.
No, we're good.
Yeah.
I think it's just a little latency.
They were 2 teams that kind of at the top of the conference last year. And Hawaii came out of nowhere, finally figured it out under Timmy Chang as the head coach. The quarterback stepped up, he figured it out at the end of the year. Over 3,000 yards. He was able to nip the turnovers in a bud at the end. And this kid is back, returning. I mean, I know they lose that big outside receiver, but Pope Ashlock is back. I think they're kind of a low-key favorite in this conference. And then New Mexico, I know everybody hated us when we put out the G6 coaches, but I'm going to show them some love. They have been a team that's been battling in Mountain West the past couple of years. Jason Eck has got this program turned around, and I think they're another team. They had 10 wins last year, I believe. Hawaii had 9. So I think this is for me, it's a preview of something that we could see again at the end of this conference to possibly put them in the college football playoff. I think one of those teams could be sneaky in the college football playoff because outside of the American, I think these other conferences are kind of weaker when it comes to the G6. So I think that this matchup here, this is an implication of a team. One of these teams could be, that G6 bid to the college football playoff. So for me, this is a must game.
Hawaii was excellent last year. Love your point. Come on, give me an automatic.
Y'all not trying to hear this, bro. But the game that was already there. That's that. And this is out of nowhere, but it's only because I got roots here in Atlanta. But I think it's September the 5th or early September. Georgia State has to play Kennesaw State. I know where my list is. That's up there. I know you're not gonna say it. I know. But that's on my list, dog. That's on my list. That game is important. It's super important. It's super important. The reason why.
Take the region out of it, bro. And it's not Kennesaw State. I rock with Kennesaw State. I don't rock with Georgia State, bro. You know that. It's something I kept behind the scenes for a very long time. I don't rock with them.
I know. Trust me. I know. And there's times where I don't rock with them either.
I know.
But if you talk about programs that trajectories matter, 2026, 2027, 2028 matters so much for Kennesaw State and Georgia State. And it's like they're going in two totally different directions. Like,
I can see that.
Kennesaw State was not supposed to achieve everything that they have been achieving right now
so
after just getting into the Conference USA, and then now you're reigning the champions for basketball, you're reigning champions for football, you actually wiped the floor the last half of the season in football, and then you talk about Georgia State, who just had to play Georgia Tech not that long ago. Like, that game they got wiped the floor with, nothing to brag home about, but that game matters as far as regionality. I really do feel like that, because you let Kennesaw beat Georgia State, bro. Like, Dale McGee, they're going to be calling for him. He already calling to get fired, but they're going to be calling for him to get fired. They're going to be saying, oh, Kennesaw is doing what Georgia State's supposed to be doing. And when you market and you make your big brand as New Atlanta, but then the school that's 20 minutes north is the real New Atlanta, it's kind of like a controversial thing. So I'm putting that up there as far as games. It's on the honorable mention side. It's probably not going to make the list, but on the honorable mentions, you start looking at beginning of the year, it's going to have a lot to do, especially since it's Sunbelt versus Conference USA, and they need that for jockeying.
I like it. D, now, are you ready? Because I'm ready.
I'm ready. All right. I'm going. He's not in the comments yet, but I'm going Boise State, Memphis is the game that I would replace it by. You got Madison coming back. You got Riley. You got Gaines coming back for Boise State. Then you got potentially one of the toughest G5 quarterback rooms of who's going to win. You got Stokes, you got Aaron Nolan from Memphis. So that's where I'm going.
Oh, can I real quick? I'll put my 30 seconds to chime back. So that will replace an uncertain Memphis team that's got a lot of.
I think Memphis is going to be one of the best G5 schools in the country.
They're going to be better than what they were with Ryan Silverfield. That is bold.
It's because you believe in Hof.
Well, and I'm a huge Marcus Stokes fan.
You think he's going to even win the job?
I do.
So that would mean that Aaron Nolan's done.
Yep.
Because if you can't win a job at a G6 school after being a 5-star, you
I think Marcus Stokes beats Aaron Nolan. I'll go on record right now if that's what you want.
I'm not gonna lie. I trust D Now's crystal ball predictions. If he say that, I believe it.
I'm glad someone does. But
all right, this is a game that I am fucking pounding the table on. I am talking about the Shula Bowl that is named after Don Shula, one of the greatest coaches in American sports. We had FIU snap a 7-game win streak by FAU a year ago. I know I was high on FAU a season ago, but you could just see it. There was a game against UConn, who's a damn good G6 team last year, and they went toe to toe with them. They also went toe-to-toe with another budding G6 team last year in Navy. Caden Van Kelp is back. Eason Messer is back. It's another year in the system. Zach Kitley is a sicko. There is nobody in college football who runs the turbo system faster than Lane Kiffin. FAU was a close second. Man Moon was at their fall camp last year. It was fast. J.J. Cole, App State last year, 12 touchdowns. 2 interceptions. He will be the starting quarterback at FIU this year. We got a Con USA versus the American matchup. I believe that this is a top 5 game.
I love the FIU side of it, but for me, the biggest buzz coming out of FIU is the fact that Pitbull never wrote the anthem for their football team like he was supposed to. So when the buzz is about a guy that didn't write an anthem going into spring, I don't know if I can put them in a must-see game. But FAU, I believe.
That's cap. That's cap. If you're from the outside looking in, that's what you would think the news is. But this team made a bowl after starting the season very shaky, and Coach Willie Simmons did that. Like, he turned the tables if they go bowl eligible again in Conference USA, I'm not going to be surprised. But I think their next tier is beating the snot out of FAU. Like that's their next tier. Really. Now, am I picking that? No.
Nino's going to get a fair rebuttal. I'm going to remove me and D now. Y'all going to go head to head.
No, I'm with
what? On FAU? FIU?
I'm not trying to battle him about it. Like, I'm cool. I just
Bring it up, Nino. Let's go.
I'm not trying to box this one out. I was actually going to bring in a totally different game. Like, I know you
all right, cool.
In the FAU FIU thing, but like I was shocked that we had no, and I know you're out because you have a headache about it, KT. But I mean, we're gonna talk about a game that's got a storyline. I mean, Liberty versus Coastal Carolina. He going against his old squad.
Where's that game at?
Facing, I believe it's at Coastal.
It's in Conway. That's an interesting storyline.
Got to come home to it, you know what I mean? So like, I figured that was a game that would have some kind of merit, have a little weight to it. But I mean, obviously FIU, you know, right down the road from each other. But like I said,
wow. So we got a lot of games here, right? Is Army Navy the lock at 1? For me, it is. It is. It's probably going to be frustrating to people because, of course, we had Monken as our number 1 coach, and then we have this as the number 1 game. People are going to be frustrated. I don't give a damn personally, but I think, like, Army-Navy, the funniest thing is, like, I will turn that thing on, and it's about the pageantry, bro. Yeah. It's about what it means. It's about the tears in the eyes, the coverage that the games get. Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess where I want to go with next is Army-Navy lock for number 1. I want to hear some opposition. Me and D now are on board for yes. And actually, D now said something great in the green room. Would you repeat that for us, D now?
Oh, here we go. You had to come in with the that's the out of box, you know, left hook. You know.
So I think so what I said was it has to be a lock for number 1 because no other G5, G6 game has to have an executive order written to keep it where it's at. So
is that because of the game, or is that because of the
military service about it
and everything around it?
No, I guarantee it's because of the game. As someone who was in the military, things like that can be moved around if it needs to be. Like for high stakes things like that,
so it's not because of the college football playoff.
No, I think it's because of what is the last weekend of college football? Army Navy. Everyone always tunes in. Millions of people who don't even have an interest in those two teams tune in to watch that game. Yeah, technically, yes.
Because rivalry week is week 13, so that's technically the end before the beginning.
No, this is the end. This is the
that's
end.
The culmination.
Yes.
I can't do that.
The only way that this game should be moved, and I'm going to go off schedule again, so I apologize. The only way that this game should be moved if it's like week 00, and this is how you open the season. That, though, would probably cause more of an issue schedule-wise, logistic-wise for the two academies than having it towards the end. Because if you think about it, too, these guys are already starting their weight cut process for that last game. Like week 1, the linemen are pushing 280, but come week 14, 15, whatever week it falls on, they're closer to 260 already, starting to cut because they have to drop down within height and weight standards within like 60 days of the season ending. So they're gradually doing it as the week goes.
That's interesting. I think Nino has some opposition to this. We're going to go solo to Nino. Talk to me.
So, I mean, it's not – everybody's going to hate me now. Not that I don't think that. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, he's a terrorist. He's against the country.
Yes. I'll say that there's multiple games on Halloween weekend that's gonna be better than Army Navy this year.
Whoa!
Shut your mouth.
If you want to talk about tradition, yeah, all right, fine. Army Navy can be one, but I said to you guys before, I just think that if it's going to be a little bit more merit, a little bit more, then we have weight to the season, and that's kind of how I went. Not about weight overall; it's weight to what the best games for me, G6 wise, would be, and where it could hold. I think that Navy Air Force might hold a little bit more in the service games than Army Navy will. I think there's a possibility that that game could have implications in their conference, victory-wise there. Again, Army, yes, Monken's one on our list, But man, they have a shit ton of new people coming in and out, and they're gonna have a new. The scheme doesn't change. We got new people learning the scheme. Their backups, the backups are gone. Noah Short is gone. Like the Swiss Army, everything that they had, the guys that they relied on for 3-4 years now, those guys are all gone. So now it's a whole new wave of guys, and I just don't know if out the box year one with a lot of dudes are gonna be first time starters. If it's gonna be business as usual, you know what I mean? So. I think with Air Force having a lot of returning, Navy, yes, they lost Horvath and they lost that running back, but they have guys who put up points and numbers last year for them when needed to in a backup role. I think they just kind of plug and play for Navy, and with Air Force's returning, experience and production on offense, I just feel like that has more weight when it comes to like a service game. If you want to talk, what's going to be the best G6 game to watch all year, obviously one is Army Navy. That's their own week.
You got to wait all the way to the season is over.
That's what makes it beautiful.
Beautiful. That makes a headache because I have to wait and skip over all these other games just to get Army versus Navy.
You're right, but I'll be the devil's advocate. It's going to get the most numbers. It's going to have the most views.
Of course.
And when you want to go with the most viewed G6 game, I got to say Army Navy.
Why isn't JMU and San Diego State getting more love?
I think because we're still waiting on Lewis to do it for San Diego State. And then JMU is still the
Billy Napier? You like that taste he gave you?
It's not even really the taste. It's the fact that like we still have a lot of unknowns with JMU.
Here's my thing. We just watched Billy Napier fuck up DJ Lagway. You don't think Billy Napier is gonna fuck up Alonzo Barrett? like, dude, this kid came back early from an injury and had success. I just don't trust Billy Napier right now.
Even at the G6 level?
Yeah, even at the G6 level.
Come on,
I feel like
he's Billy.
You want to know why? Because he's gonna try. I feel like in year one he's gonna try so hard to replicate Louisiana's success. Because this is where I did my thing, right? And I don't know if year one is going to be as successful as he's.
Who's competing with them in the Sun Belt?
App State.
Is it? No. I'm asking. Like, can Marshall compete? We seen them have some success last year. ODU, will they repeat the success that they had a year ago? Like, there's some teams in the conference. So
ODU, no. They lost their quarterback. No.
Possibly. But they got a system.
In their conference, possibly. Coastal might be able to compete in that.
No.
Okay.
Jeez. Okay.
No.
But Troy as well when it comes to the
Troy,
yes, I give you Troy.
Troy's gonna
but Coastal, no.
Why not?
Why not?
First off, I feel like I'm not hating, bro. I'm just putting two and two together. I feel like Coach Beard bit off more than he could chew. He should have just stayed at Missouri State. That's just me. He should have just stayed.
Nah.
I feel like it was a lateral move.
What?
I don't think so.
Going to Coastal? Yeah.
It's a lateral move?
No,
they had nobody there. They had nobody there for their spring game. This is the same school that offered Snapback Sports to come on their school campus and have a whole spring game.
You talking about Coastal?
Festivities, yes.
Did you see how many people at the Nebraska spring game?
Did you see that Coastal made all their concessions free for their school and they still can't get nobody to show up?
What just happened?
I don't know where Nino went.
I don't know if he lost power.
He might have lost power.
Okay. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
You gave me the heebie-jeebies and kicked me out.
Hey.
Bruh.
Okay. So Missouri State was just in the FCS a few years ago, right?
Yeah, correct. Yes. 2 years ago.
He should have just stayed with his players. They had a great season this past year. A great season. And I know you get one job, they start calling, but I feel like he bit off more than he could chew.
Didn't we just speak 2 episodes ago that the American and Sun Belt were pretty much the only G6 conferences of any relevance that have been on the way up? Wouldn't you want to go with what's on the way up?
Yes, and I look at Coastal from what's on the way up, and I say they might not be as up as it could be this year.
That conference is on the
still
way up.
Better
And
they still
transfer.
got it. They on the east
You
side.
think JMU's winning 12 games?
I don't think JMU gonna be winning 12 games, but I'm higher.
You think
on
Old
Billy
Dominion's
Napier.
winning 10?
Let me finish. I'm higher on Billy Napier than I am on other rest of the coaches. I still got question marks on Dowell Loggins or App State, I definitely got question marks about Dale McGee.
I have more questions about Conference USA as a conference.
Yes. And JMU
And that's
went 8-0 in the conference. I don't believe they're going 8-0 in the conference this year. Coastal
I gotta pull up this
on the
schedule.
down year went 5-3. They were third in the conference. But to throw Coastal out the window, dude, right off the rip, I think is wild. I know the success hasn't been great in a couple seasons, but
you talk to me
think,
all the time about returning production.
I hate return.
No, he hates
Transfer
return.
I
he
hate
hates
that
return
shit.
production.
You,
I love it. He hates return production.
we still
I'm
have
gonna be real.
conversations about transfer portal. We still have
Yeah, we do.
conversations on these topics that matter because you still have to field a team. And I'm just saying, like, I won't, if they do struggle this year, I won't be surprised. I just think that he had something good going at Missouri State.
He took some of the players with him, right? Deuces is from Missouri
But
State.
you're not Alex Golish. You're not Alex Golish.
Whoa.
You're not the dude at Oklahoma State.
Wow!
No.
Wow! Shit!
I'm just being honest. You
Alex
just-
Golish.
This is his first year out here. Like, he overachieved with Missouri State. I want to see you run it back. That's just
Are
me
you
personally.
solid because he left Missouri State?
But he's solid.
I feel
Yes.
like that's
Moon
where
is
he's
solid on that. I'll give
Yes,
Moon
I'm
this
solid on
because he
that.
said he said the same thing about Eddie George remember it was a
When
whole
you leave
debacle about
something
that
too
conversation.
soon, yeah. Me and Nino got into it over Eddie George. But my thought process is, if you leave something good too soon, I would have felt that way if Justin Eck left New Mexico and went to another job. Nah, you got a good thing cooking. Keep cooking. Missouri State, we're synonymous with Coach Beard. We known this man. He came up through the ranks. Tell me Missouri State fans not sitting there saying, dang, bro.
But you don't think some of the same
job, right?
You don't think some of the same thoughts happened? My bad, Nino. You don't think some of the same thoughts happened with Casey Keeler when he left Sam Houston State after bringing him up and then going to Temple?
Yeah. But Casey Killer is a dog's dog. So like he was going.
We can say that now, but at the time there was questions.
Yeah, because
You know
we
what I'm saying?
thought Phil Longo was gonna cook, and that didn't happen.
And it didn't happen. Right. So I don't know.
I mean,
okay.
I hope
My thing is
for the
it's a
best.
job, right?
I just wish that he had. We talk about infrastructure, personnel. You talk about people in place. You talk about money. You talk about all these things. If the best thing that you can offer me is a beach in your backyard, then we gotta have the more better conversations about this.
Hold on.
Alrighty.
Here's
Are
my
you
thing.
willing to go on record and say Georgia State won more games than Coastal this year?
That was a
Georgia
hard
State and
pass.
Coastal? Because I can't say that.
Okay.
But I would say that if you had to ask me, who do I have more faith in? JMU winning 8 games again, or Coastal winning more games than Georgia State? I would say, Georgia State winning more than Coastal than JMU.
Man,
You think Kennesaw State gonna win more
You
than,
went with a
Coastal
curvy
Carolina?
way around.
Yeah, you did.
I'm higher on Georgia State this year only because they have no other way to go but up.
I think it's still the same.
Zeros below what they had last year. hey, my thing is this. Look at this.
Ted
right?
Hurst not coming back to save him, you know?
A head coaching job, right? I look at a head coach job as a store manager, right? If I'm a store manager at Gasparello's convenience store, right?
Yeah.
I'm real good. Boom, go. I do good. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, you doubled, you tripled my profit in one season. This is crazy. 1 year you being here, you tripled my profit. But my friend happens to run Stop and Shop, right? And I told him about how I got this guy. Well, I got this guy, and he's really successful in 1 year. I got a good thing going.
Stop and Shop.
Going with me, right? But Stop and Shop calls. Or say Shaw's calls, which may be the next level below Stop and Shop, okay?
This
Right?
man
And
went
they
from
call.
Wawa to Chevron, you know.
Homeboy,
He went from Wawa to
if you're putting
Chevron.
If you're putting Mo say as Wawa, then we are
All
in
right,
the wrong
QT.
conversation.
He
I
went
don't
from
think that's an
QT.
equality.
He went from QT Quick Trip
Is
to
that like a
Chevron.
7-Eleven, bro.
Missouri
He went
State's?
from 7-Eleven to maybe a Wawa or a QT.
I was gonna say,
State-
does that mean
Missouri
Missouri
State
State
is
is
a
high
gym,
too?
bro.
'Cause Wawa's banging, so
I'm
like,
giving
he said
credit.
that
I'm
was
giving
there.
credit. I'm giving
He
credit
said-
to Missouri State.
Yeah, and I'm saying he went up, bro.
That's wild.
He's going up.
All right.
He's moving up like the Jeffersons. He got an
That's-
opportunity. A job is.
I like
I
that.
promise you, I'm not trying to troll, bro. Like when I talk about Coach Beard, like I'm rooting for him the best, but logically, I don't really see it, bro.
I'm going to bring this back full circle. I think we have 3 games, or maybe 2. Let's get this top 5 certified. Army Navy is 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
okay.
can't.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
not gonna be
yes,
devil's
yes,
advocate.
yes, yes, yes.
It's 2. It's 2 'Cause I know. How do we feel about this Hawaii and New Mexico game? I know
I'll
how
put it
Nino
up there.
feels about it. It's up there. It's in the top
I'm
five.
for it. I honestly didn't even think of it when I made my list. So
Okay.
I'm for it though.
I wanted to put that game at 2.
I mean, I'm high on that game, but
I would put it in the top 5. I wouldn't put it as 2.
Yeah, 2. Okay, so you'll put it where?
I would say probably
3 or 4.
3 or 4. Yeah.
3 or 4.
We could do
okay,
4.
so we could do 4. So we got 1. We got 4. What's 2?
I think FIU could be 5.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Alrighty. And
Yeah,
then
I'm
so
good
we
with
got
that.
2 and 3. Where we at?
2
I
and
like
3.
Memphis
Kennesaw and
UNLV.
Memphis
as 2.
UNLV can be 2 if you want. What you say, Nino?
He don't believe in Memphis.
I'm going with weight. I'm trying to look at weight and implications.
Yeah. It's
I feel
different.
it.
Mean more.
Would you swap like
What
New
about the-
Mexico UNLV or like
Wait. Talk to me, guys. Try to get me off the cliff on this Temple Toledo game.
Temple and Toledo?
Someone Toledo play?
I think Toledo takes a step down. Honestly.
This year?
You don't believe in a new coach?
No, I love the new coach.
Candle meant a lot to that.
I'm
program.
more concerned that his guy didn't come with him. His quarterback didn't come with him.
That's a great way of looking at it, honestly.
Had his quarterback came with him, I'd be extremely high on UT. But his quarterback didn't come with him.
All right, random question. But where are we at first year of Jim Mora in Colorado State?
I mean, with his quarterback being hurt too over the summer.
And he lost his number 1 running back. That kid was a dog. I feel like
And he took the job when he really didn't even have to go nowhere.
he did. Why? I don't understand. See,
That's
you
a
watch-
lateral movement.
that's
a
what
lateral
I-
move. That might
That's
even
what
be
I don't
dangerous.
like.
This one,
Maybe-
it makes more that most states.
So am I giving Coach Beard the treatment that I should be giving to Coach Mora?
Yeah.
I think we can all agree on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 2 and 3, we got a great pool of games here. I think you've all made compelling points.
Can I throw a dark horse out there?
And how about this? How about we
Yeah.
we move up? We move up. The New Mexico, Hawaii, the 3.
To 3. I'm a fan. of that.
FIU to 4.
Okay.
I know. I think
Change
there's
this
3
one.
out of the 4 here are on the fence with the Kennesaw Jack State being a key game. I don't know if we can get D now to kind of.
I don't think
What about
Dino's
like a
gonna hop
North
on the
Dakota
board.
State, New Mexico?
Oh,
I thought about
That's
that
a
one,
good
but I
one.
also thought about North Dakota State going to Hawaii, but it's week
Or
11.
yeah, that was the other one I was thinking of, looking at the
I
schedule
like
right
North
now.
Dakota
Those were the
State and
two.
Sacramento State. 2 new guys. coming
What
in.
about Sacramento State, Ball State? You know,
Oh, that's the
Ball sack.
I had to throw it out there. I had to
honorable
throw it out there.
mention. Ball sack is out
I
there.
just
You was
look
gonna
at like
fit that in there.
two new teams coming into a conference with like the Sac State, North Dakota State game. I like that
Hey.
game as well.
I
Who was
also want to
we
say this
moving
though.
to 5? Did we figure that out? My apologies.
No, 5 is open, and obviously 2 is open.
Yeah,
So I didn't know
5 and 2. Yep.
if Kennesaw and Jack State is something that you guys like it too. I thought that was
Well, if we're doing majority, I was outvoted on Kennesaw State. So if you want to put it in the top 5, that's okay with me.
Man,
You guys
East
cool.
Carolina, bro. East Carolina got some games this year.
I think the other one we should put in is, I mean, the more I look at it, that New Mexico, Hawaii. Oh, you already have it in there. Sorry.
Yeah, it's already
just
in there.
flipped.
I'm not gonna lie. Nino kind of sold me on the Liberty and Coastal game.
See, you see.
Well, just the storylines though.
He got you going from QT. to
Storylines,
Super.
why? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what,
UTSA,
though?
are they not deserving to be in here somewhere?
UTSA.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure
What
out
game
where. What
they
Yeah.
have that has the hot
Navy?
that comes with the heat game. Hey,
Week 7?
you mentioned
I
FAU.
kind of want to stay away from repeats if we can.
ECU, FAU. I think
I mean, you got UTSA, Texas State. You got.
Texas State's not going to be a good team this year, though. So it's like I'm saying, the weight of the game is where I was like,
I'm just UTSA, FAU
I got one.
at the end
I
of the
got one.
year.
What you got?
App State, 2 actually. App State versus ECU at Dowdy Ficklin, September
Okay.
12th.
that's
wouldn't be
third
bad.
week of the game. Yeah.
And then Halloween, App State goes to the prettiest little stadium in America at Georgia Southern on Halloween in the Sun Belt. Definitely. I'm not gonna say it makes the list, but
Yeah,
it's
you
up
just
there.
you just making a case for it.
All right. So you mentioned
because you know
Jim
ECU
Mora.
is a crazy environment.
What about Tulsa? What about UTSA Tulsa?
Isn't that a rivalry?
I want to say
Alamo
it is.
Dome.
Tulsa is budding. We saw them last year. UTSA Owen McCown is back for his last year, right?
I think so.
Yes,
if I'm not
but they
mistaken.
lost.
I like Owen McCown. I like Coach
Their
Traylor,
whole wide
too.
receiver room is changed. Right, Devin McEwen's gone.
That seems like almost every other year. Like especially
Robert
at the
Henry
G6
Jr.
level.
is gone.
It's a lot of
These two-
pause.
But yeah, I mean that or UTSA at home against Colorado State. We talked. About
I would
Jim
have been all in on that game. I didn't know about the quarterback. What's good, Jalen?
It's weird that we haven't really mentioned Tulane a lot.
We haven't.
I think they're having a down. Another team
I'm
has
trying
a
to look
lot
at
of
their
holes.
schedule and I'm
to
like,
fill.
where is it going? Like, where is it gonna be?
Tulane at Charlotte.
What Tim Albin does in
Tulane,
year two.
Tulsa?
Year one was abysmal.
Tulane, Tulsa, I can get behind. Tulane, UTSA, I can get behind.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm still.
Do we have
Others-
Boise State on this list?
We
No,
don't.
I don't have.
Just under honorable mention.
Boise State versus
I mean-
UNLV.
I mean,
Mem-
Do they play each
You
other?
are you high?
They do.
on Boise State?
I just
8 wins.
Yeah, I trust. I do trust.
Boise State versus
Spencer
Memphis.
Daniels,
That's what the one.
I don't trust Memphis.
That's what he said. Oh, what about Boise State, Fresno State?
At Valley Children's Stadium. Oh boy. Hey, I'm high on Fresno State this year.
Who's their quarterback this year?
Honestly.
Because it's
Let
not
me
EJ
check.
Warner
Troy?
anymore.
Yeah, Warner's graduated.
Let me check.
Hey,
That's a good question.
who did Major Applewhite hire as a coach? It's another former player in South Alabama.
Major?
Major Applewhite's the head coach. He just hired
Boise?
somebody that was a former NFL player.
Yes.
I think me and Moon was talking about South Alabama. Was that a week ago or something?
I'm gonna go out there and throw this out there at Hancock Whitney Stadium. I'm gonna go South Alabama versus Troy.
Yes.
Oh!
Let's go. You know that game is gonna matter so
Tim Rattay is who
much.
he hired.
That's
Tim
a
Rattay,
huge
that's it.
rivalry.
Yeah.
Tim Rattay.
Tim Rattay and Major Applewhite. That offense is going to
As a receiver coach.
Hey, I found out a
Just to
gem
get in the
about
door,
South
baby.
Alabama though.
Yeah.
To me, that game speaks volumes about our list. That game will speak so much volumes about our. No, seriously, like for any doubters, like that game will speak so much volumes, especially if we
And
had that at 5. I think
because-
I'm all in with that one being 5.
I think that's week 10. It's November
Yeah.
14th. That's going to have implications on conference, winners.
We're not gonna hear too much from South Alabama. They keep everything close to chest.
They do.
PJ Martin,
That's a good
RB1.
thing.
I'm taking PJ Martin, RB1. for
So
South
did we ever
Alabama.
figure out too? This is a tough list.
Yeah, we're going to go Jack State.
I think
Kennesaw
how it
State,
is
right?
now is okay.
You think so?
Yeah.
I agree.